Welcome to Rad Sib Spotlight, a podcast for parents and siblings of children with reactive attachment disorder. In today's episode, we continue with our series addressing topics with a trauma specialist.
It is important to try to explain to other children in the home what causes reactive attachment disorder. Hello, I'm Matthew Bradley. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and have been working with families for over 35 years. My wife and I specialize in treating families with children that have reactive attachment disorder, or RAD. And we do this through our ministry called Beatitude House. Over the years, I've discovered that the best way to introduce the idea of a compromised attachment is to explain what it is that babies need in the first couple years of life, and in particular, what they need in the womb. Describing the healthy attachment is the way to lay the foundation for a child to understand when attachment doesn't go well. So that's the first step, and that's a pretty easy thing to do because most kids know about babies and are interested in babies. And so when the parent asks them, well, what do babies need? They can go through that discussion so that they can describe that babies need to feel safe. Babies need warm milk. They need a comfortable place to sleep. They need to be warm and dry. And most of all, they need to be held and have soothing, calm, loving eyes looking at them and appreciating them. So that's the first step, is to help the child think about what a baby experiences when their needs are met. And all that, when they're safe and they get their needs met, it helps form trust. And so then the problem is for the children, the babies, that doesn't happen for. They don't learn how to trust. We believe that unless a child is 3 or 4, having this kind of discussion even about what babies need is probably going to go over the head of a toddler. So you want to make sure that the child is at least 3 or 4 and has enough cognitive ability to be able to understand what healthy babies need. So then obviously, as kids are 8 or 10 or approaching the teenage years, they typically are going to be able to understand. When the child doesn't have a terrible attachment history, then you can introduce these ideas and expect a child to be able to understand and to process about it. But it's for the children that really have a big trauma history or have an ongoing trauma bond with that sibling, that then the work is much tougher. Then it's likely to activate the child's abandonment issues or fear and trauma issues when you talk about a healthy child. Every situation is different. So you want to go slowly and you want to make sure that you're calm and in a good place when you talk with your child. You want to work with one child at a time. It might be nice to do sort of a group discussion, but you'd only want to do that after you've talked with each child individually and really assessed where their capacity for understanding and processing abuse and neglect and abandonment. The truth will set you free. And it's a hard truth to have a parent engage children with, but what it teaches not only is that honesty leads to a lightening of burdens and a freedom, but it also teaches children that when they do hard things, good things happen. When a child would go through this process and talk about their own feelings and talk about their own hurts, parents should be encouraged that they're on their road to healing and to a deeper connection with that parent and building trust.
Look for more episodes in this series, Topics with a Trauma Specialist.
Rad Sibs Spotlight, bringing the Sibs back into focus.